Hi, my name is Professor Deanna Martin, and today's video is going to be about debits and credits. Let's start with the basic accounting equation. Assets equals liabilities plus stockholders' equity. Under each one of these, I'm going to draw a T to represent a T account. All assets, debits and credits, work the same with liabilities, same with stockholders' equity. Now the first thing you need to remember is debits are on the left, credits are on the right. That does not change depending on which section you're in. It's always the same. So say this with me. Debits on the left, credits on the right. Debits on the left, credits on the right. Debits on the left, credits on the right. Now we need to figure out where the pluses and the minuses go. I'm going to start right here in the liability section because probably you might have a debit card. So the debit card section would be right here. When you use your debit card, the balance at the bank goes down. So I'm going to put a minus sign there. The reason that goes down is because you have less in your bank account. Well, why isn't it under asset for cash? Well, that's because it's from the banking perspective. When you walk into the bank and say, hi, I'd like to open an account, they say, okay, great, give us $100 deposit to open your account and we'll credit your account. That means they're increasing the balance in your account. And then they're going to give you a debit card that says use this debit card and that's going to decrease your amount in the account that they owe you. That's why it's in this section. Liabilities is what the bank owes to their customers. You as a customer are owed the money. If you walk in and say, I'd like to close my account, please, they have to give you all the money that's in there. It's not theirs. So this is banking terminology. After that starting point, we're going to copy and paste from the liabilities to the stockholders' equity because they're on the same side of the equation. Debits are going to decrease and credits are going to increase. Now when we go to the other side of the accounting equation, it's like a door. It's going to flip-flop over, and now the plus is going to go on the debit side. So far, we have 3 out of the 6 types of accounts. Now we need to think of the 3 items that affect our stockholders' equity. The 3 accounts that affect stockholders' equity are revenues, expenses, and dividends. Once again, debits are on the left, credits are on the right. Say it with me. Debits on the left, credits on the right. Debits on the left, credits on the right. Debits on the left, credits on the right. Now, in order to figure out where the pluses and the minuses go, we need to think through this logically. When stockholders' equity goes up, it's because net income goes up, and net income goes up when revenues goes up. So this revenues is going to be a copy-paste of this. The plus goes on the credit side, and the debit is the minus. Expenses and dividends, on the other hand, are both going to cause a decrease in stockholders' equity. So it's going to have the opposite effect. So instead of the plus on the credit side, the pluses are going to be on the debit side. Those are all the increases and the decreases as they associate with debits and credits. Now let's go and summarize those and help you come up with a great way to remember what's going to increase on debit and what's going to increase on credit. Let's take a look at where all the pluses are for the debit side. We see under assets, the plus is on the debit side. We see under expenses, the plus is on the debit side, and dividends, the plus is on the debit side. That's called the normal balance. Let's go ahead and summarize all of these normal balances. For the debits, we have an A, and an E, and a D, and if you scramble those, you can create the word dead. It's not a happy word, but it's going to help you remember this. The first D stands for debit. Then the E stands for expenses. The A stands for assets. And the last D stands for dividends. This is going to help you remember that the normal balance for debits are expense accounts, asset accounts, and dividend accounts. When we record all of our transactions, we need to make sure that debits equal credits. Let's take a look at where all the pluses under the credits. We have a plus under liabilities, a plus under stockholders' equity, and a plus under revenues. Now those 3 letters we're going to use and try to come up with a word. L, S, and R. L, S, and R. Well, if we borrow a couple of vowels, we can come up with the word colors. So we need an L, but we need an O in between. That's not going to count. The L stands for liabilities. The R we're going to use next. We need another O. The R is going to stand for revenues. And the S stands for stockholders' equity. So colors. So here's how you're going to remember your shortcuts to the normal balances. Dead, colors. Dead is debit, is on the expenses, asset, and dividends. That's where the plus goes. And then the normal balances are on the credit side for liabilities, revenue, and stockholders' equity. Remember, debits have to equal credits, and that's going to help you remember a little shortcut for all of your normal balances when you're trying to remember all of these pluses and minuses on the debit and credit chart. And don't forget, your debit card is here. not over here under cash. I hope this helps you with your debits and credits, and remembering that debit is on the left, credit is on the right, and the pluses and minuses depend on which type of account are we talking about. Keep studying that. Maybe have this in front of you when you're doing all of your exercises and your problems, and good luck.